So how do you define business growth? Obviously, with the amount of revenue that you have coming in, that's one way, but that's not really a way that you judge success, because you could have all the work in the world, and at the end of the day, if you're not making any money, if that bottom line is not working and your margins aren't right, there's no use in being in business. And again, there's a whole lot of answers to this questions, but one of the things I would say is this. In determining growth of your business, you want to be strategic in the way that you do it. And that means long term. One example, and there's many examples, is that there may have just been some outages lately in your area. There may have been some snowstorms and power outages in your area, and for some reason, everybody is buying standby generators. But you need to look at 2 to 3 or 4 years in advance, and is it going to continue to be that kind of growth in the industry? So you need to be strategic, and yes, be excited, be motivated that this is a growing industry, but sometimes you have to pull back and say, okay, let's grow, and you continue to need to grow 10%, 15% a year, which you should be doing in this industry, but you need to be very strategic and not get overly excited. Because what happens when you start putting too much money in, you start buying too many vans, you start hiring too many employees, and now when things start to slow down, you're stuck with all this overhead, you're stuck with all these employees, and now you have to make some really tough decisions, but you also cannot be too conservative in this. So there is a balance to make sure that you grow your business all right. Profitability, of course, is a big thing. You as a business owner need to take a look at your monthly and quarterlies, your statements, to make sure that everything's going all right as far as dollars go. Now, you're going to have some good months and you're going to have some bad months, but you need to take a look at that and make sure that everything's working out.